Alrighty, folks, I'm back. You go ahead and here we go. Fix my camera probably for the 20th time. Centered and start. I think that's fine. We find ourselves in Principle 49, which my other camera needs to also be on me. Have a heart talk. Most communication resembles a ping pong game in which people are merely preparing to slam their next point across. But pausing to understand differing points of view and associated feelings can turn apparent opponents into true members of the same team. That was Cliff Durfee, creator of the Hard Talk process. Unfortunately, in too many business, educational, and other settings, there's never an opportunity for feelings to be expressed and heard, so they build up to the point that people have no capacity to focus on the business at hand. There's too much emotional static in the space. It's like trying to put more water into a glass that's already full. There's nowhere for it to go. You must first pour out the old water to make room for the new. The same with emotions. Can't listen until they've been heard. They first need to get whatever is bothering them off their chest. Whether you are someone who is just home from work, parent looking at your child's report card with all C's, salesperson attempting to sell a new car, or a CEO overseeing the merger of two companies, you first need to let other people speak about their needs and wants, hopes and dreams, fears and concerns, hurts and pains, before you talk about yours. It opens up a space inside of them so they're able to listen and take in what you have to say. What is a hard talk? A hard talk is a structured communication process in which 8 agreements are strictly adhered. It creates a safe environment for a deep level of communication to occur, without the fear of condemnation, unsolicited advice, interruption, or being rushed. It's also a powerful tool used to surface and release any unexpressed emotions that could otherwise get in the way of people being totally present to deal with the business at hand. It can be used at home, in business, in the classroom, with sports teams, and in religious settings to develop rapport, understanding, and intimacy. When to use a heart talk. Heart talks are useful before or during a staff meeting, at the beginning of a business meeting where two new groups of people are coming together for the first time, after an emotionally stimulating event like a merger, a massive layoff, a death, a major athletic loss, an unexpected financial setback, or even a tragedy such as the terrorist attacks of September 11th, 2001, when there's a conflict between two individuals, groups, or departments. On a regular basis at home, in the office, or in the classroom to create a deeper level of communication and intimacy. How to conduct a heart talk. A heart talk can be conducted with any size of group between 2 and 10 people. But to break a group larger than 10 into several smaller groups, because if the group is larger than that, trust and safety factors tend to diminish. It can also take up too much time to complete. First time you conduct a hard talk, start by explaining that there is a value in occasionally using a structure for communication that guarantees a deeper level of listening. Structure of a hard talk creates a safe, non-judgmental space that supports the constructive, rather than the destructive expression of feelings that, if left unexpressed, can block teamwork, synergy, creativity, innovation, and intuition, which are vital to the productivity and success of any venture. Guidelines for a hard talk. Start by asking people to sit in a circle or around a table. Introduce the basic agreements, which include these. Only the person holding the heart is allowed to talk. You don't judge or criticize what anyone else has said. Pass the heart object to the left after your turn, or say I pass if you've nothing left to say. Talk only about how you feel. Keep the information that is shared confidential. Don't leave the heart talk until it's declared complete. Keep passing the heart object around the circle, multiple times if necessary, to ensure participants have more than one opportunity to share. Keep plenty of time. A heart talk completes naturally when the heart talk makes a complete circle without anyone having something to say. Ask the group to agree to the guidelines, which are very important to make sure that the talk does not deteriorate and lose its value. Because no one is supposed to talk except for the person holding the object, it's often best to wait until the completion of the talk to remind people about certain agreements that need more attention. Another option is to have the agreements written down on paper or a whiteboard and to merely point to them if someone is getting too far off track. Go around the group at least once, with everybody getting one turn, or set a time frame, say 15 to 30 minutes, longer for more emotionally intense issues. Keep going around the group until the time runs out or nobody has anything more to say. You can use any object to pass around: a ball, a paperweight, a book, anything that can be seen by other participants. I've seen everything from a stuffed animal, hospital staff, a baseball, a college baseball team, and a football helmet, a state championship football team, to a Native American talking stick on corporate river rafting trip. I actually prefer to use stuff red velvet hearts that Cliff Murphy, the originator of the Heart Talk method, sells on his website, because they remind everyone that what we are hearing is coming from the other person's heart, and that we are trying to get to the heart of the matter at hand. Obtain a copy of the Heart Talk book if you'd like to learn more. Bright red cardstock heart is inserted in each book. 8 key agreements printed on the back side for an easy reminder before having Heart Talk. If you're an educator, there's also a complete classroom curriculum guide on the subject entitled More Teachable Moments. Results you can expect from Heart Talk: enhanced listening skills, instructive expression of feelings, improved conflict resolution skills, improved abilities to let go of resentments and old issues, development of mutual respect and understanding, greater sense of connection, unity, and bonding. One of the most valuable uses of the Heart Talk for me was in a week-long training that I was conducting for 120 school administrators in Bergen, Norway. We were about to start our afternoon session when someone announced that one of the workshop participants had been killed in an automobile accident during the lunch break. There was a massive shock and grief in the room. It would have been impossible to proceed with the scheduled agenda, but I divided the participants into groups of 6 and taught them the guidelines for a Heart Talk. I told them to just keep passing the heart around until everyone in the group said, "I passed," twice in a row, meaning that there was nothing else to be said. Groups talked and cried over an hour. People talked about their grief, their own sense of mortality, how precious and fleeting life really is, how scary life can be sometimes, and how you need to live in the moment because your future is never guaranteed. We then took a short break and we were able to proceed with the scheduled activities. Whatever emotions there were had been expressed and heard. The group was once again ready to focus on the subject I was there to teach. Heart Talk saves the family business. James owned a small family business that had supported him and his family for years. Wife and 2 sons, both married with children, also worked as employees in the company. At least once a week, they would all gather together for a large meal. James would do his best to unify his growing family. James hoped that when he retired, the family business would survive and continue to provide a living for everyone in the extended family. Though it looked like an excellent plan on the surface, there had always been rivalry and competition between the 2 sons. When both their wives started working in the business, things started coming apart at the seams. Resentments over little things were pushed down to supposedly keep the peace, but they would resurface later in sarcastic comments and unexpected outbursts of anger. When the 2 sons actually threw a couple of punches at each other, James realized they all needed to talk and clear the air. He was afraid that the situation could become even more explosive unless there were some more powerful ground rules present, so he decided to use the structure of a Heart Talk. Sitting in a large circle after their weekly family meal, the group was unusually quiet, not knowing what to expect. James started by getting everyone to agree to the 8 rules and the structure of the talk. First, the heart was passed without much to say. Second time around, one of the sons expressed his anger. When the heart reached the other son, even greater hostility surfaced. It was so clear It was clear that no one was going to violate the guidelines, stomp out of the room, or throw something. It wasn't an easy talk, and there were times you could tell everyone would have preferred any other activity, even if it were doing the dishes. But as the heart kept going around the circle, everyone began to have experience that he or she had been heard, and the hostility began to dissipate. And one of the son's wives started crying and shared that she was at her wits' end. With all the friction in the family and in the business, she couldn't take it anymore. She said that something had to change. That moment, something released. There wasn't a dry eye in the group. The heart continued around and around. Sadness was soon replaced by an acknowledgement of their love for each other and the things they were grateful for. Though it will never be known for sure, James believes that the Heart Talk was most likely the key thing that saved his business, his family, and his sanity. Okay, that was Principle 49. Have a Heart Talk, and then next time it will be Principle 50. Tell the truth faster. We're getting to the heart of matters with this book, and we are almost through. We've already passed the halfway mark by a significant margin, and the book itself should be concluded, I might well imagine, within a couple weeks. I believe July 6th is the official date that Success Principles by Jack Canfield will be officially concluded and wrapped up, and I'll be ready to return it to the local library. Please remember to support the show. You name it, you guessed it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Donations, Venmo Stormer Show. Thank you for each and every follow on TikTok. Thank you for every subscription on YouTube. Those folks, those are what make this channel successful. And believe you me when I say this, I'm grateful for any and all support that this show should receive. By the way, donations are by no means demanded nor expected. They are only requested if you have the willingness and means to do so. That has been the Stormer Show creed and the Stormer Show staple, the way of business here on the show. And that will continue to be the case as the show itself continues to grow and grow. I hope. Be able to reach more, to be able to deliver more rock style content like this, and to be bringing you even more Stormer Show goodness. So please remember to support the show. Please remember to give back. And then again, if you have been enjoying the show, please feel free to share, because spreading the open word, word of mouth, is one of the main metrics, one of the main ways that, of course, this channel can and will indeed grow. So thank you so much for watching. Sleep tight. Have a good night. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, thank you very much, Soraya. I'm so glad you found me on here. And thank you for giving me so many, like, warm, fuzzy, I don't know, feelings, I guess, like positive memories, I guess, of my first year at Wheat. Way of the Wheat. Yes, Way of the Wheat. But yeah, hope you've all enjoyed. Yes. Have a wonderful night. Hope you've really enjoyed this edition of the show, and sleep tight. Thanks for watching. Storm Show signing out and signing off.